This is Take 20 with Maddie and Kenzie Ziegler, an iHeartRadio podcast.
Kenzie.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
We always say, hey, girl. Like, how embarrassing and cringe are
That's
we?
how I always answer the phone when Mom calls me.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Kenzie and I were just having this discussion, like, right before we started recording, is like, what, like, the things that people consider dating or, like, talking. Like, for me, when I'm, like, saying, oh, are you talking to that person, that means, like, you're not dating yet. You're just,
like flirting.
And you're, like, hanging out.
And, like, about to date. That's what I think.
But then, like, I think more, like, Mom, like, when she was younger, I would say, like, if she says that she's talking to someone, then she's dating that person. We need to have this conversation with Mom.
It's so weird that like, is now like that. Like, talking, dating. I don't know.
I know.
Because if you think about it, if you're talking to someone, you probably are going on dates.
It's
like
true.
The kind of dates that we go on now.
Totally.
I mean, like,
I was going to say, our
if
generation.
you guys want to hang out,
yeah,
that type of thing.
Our generation is like, you Snapchat the person and you're like, yo, let's hang.
Yo, what you doing?
Yeah. Even, okay, this is so random, but the other day, and I know this is, like, obviously very romanticized because it's a movie. I was watching The Notebook, obviously, the other day on the plane. I was really in my feels. And, like, just crazy that you used to ask each other, like, in person, used to go to the person's door, pick them up. Like,
I wish.
That is not normal anymore. You just don't do that.
I wish it was like that, but at the same time, it's so easy to, like, hang out with someone.
Well, when you have a phone.
Yeah, when you have a phone. I mean, not saying that they... Okay, whatever. I don't know. It's a pretty big debate.
Definitely. I think, like, I mean, I know that it's very kind of, like, cliche. I love the idea of, like, I don't know, doing a traditional, like, date, even though things, like, we don't do things very traditionally, I feel like. But it is fun. But, like, now, I think in our generation, it's more like if you're hanging out, then it's like a date, you know?
Yeah, basically. Have you been on a date and, like, because I don't think we ever talk about these things together. What is, like, the worst date you've ever been on, if you have been on a date?
I mean, I would say, like, okay, well, first I'm just gonna say, like, now, like, do you say you go on dates? Because like, me and Eddie will say, like, oh yeah, we're going on a date tonight.
Yeah, we go on a date.
But it's not like he's like, hey, want to go on a date?
No,
it's just like,
let's
we're going
go
to dinner and
exactly.
have a dinner date. Okay, anyway, so that's cleared.
Yes.
My worst date is probably with my first boyfriend. It's just at the very end of our relationship.
I'm trying to think who this is. Oh, never mind. The devil. Sorry. What? Sorry, what? Go.
So basically, we went to dinner, and, okay, you're going to remember this very vividly.
Was I there? Oh, no, I was basically there.
Okay, so basically what happened, I'm going to do a very quick answer. Kenzie, like, our friends invited us over to have a pool night. Kenzie was there. I was like, oh, I want to go so bad. He was like, no, we're going to dinner. Mind you, we're like 14 or 15 at this point, so who is he to decide? But we basically go. I really wanted to go to hang out with my friends. I wanted to hang out with Kenzie at this pool party. And so we get to the dinner, and literally, like, we're waiting outside to go in, and I'm just, like, having a really bad time. And he was just being really mean to me. My mom called me. I was crying because I just was like, I just really want to be with my friends. Like, I just really want to be with Kenzie. And then she calls, and he picks up, and he's like, it's so weird. Maddie's crying. I don't know what's wrong. And I was like,
literally am on the phone being like, I know why she's crying. I know why she's crying.
She wants to be with everyone else, not here. And so finally my mom was like, Maddie, get in the car right now. You're coming to the pool party.
And he sat in the car the whole time.
Yeah. I went in. We, like, did I end up going in the pool? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Did I?
We were all in the pool.
Yeah.
And
So that was a pretty bad date because I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be with my friends. He was making me feel bad. And so I guess that would be considered, like, the worst date. Because I was just like, but we're so young. I don't know what you would consider that. But
I'm trying to think of my worst date because I've been on some pretty terrible... I don't know if you would call them dates, but, like...
What? Give an example.
I'm trying to think. Well, There's been times where I've like gone on a date with like the son and the dad.
What?
You know that.
Oh.
That was like that happened a lot.
That's really weird. Because you're so young and like you need a guardian or what?
Like
Oh.
yeah.
Well, that's so awkward.
But I think,
do you even hold like hands at that point? Like, what are you doing?
I don't even remember because it was a long time ago. But the most recent one, which I obviously have a boyfriend, so like a long time ago before I was dating my boyfriend, one of my friends, like I've known him for a long time, and he was like, "Hey, let's hang out." And I'm I hang out with guys
You have
a lot.
of guy
like,
friends.
It's just a normal thing for me to like, go get food with my guy friend. Like it's not a big deal like that. And we like went and got food, and then he like took me to a lookout, and I was like, "Wait, what is happening right now?" And he's like, "What's your type?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have a type." And it's just like the most awkward thing because
You were
I'm like,
trapped into like, oh, wow,
I'm like,
this is a
he
date.
thinks this is a date, but he just texted me being like, "Hey, I'm in the area.
See?
Do you want me to get food?" So I'm not
This is what I'm saying. This is where the confusion comes with like a hangout could mean a date.
Right. Like I also like I'm just not. I wasn't into him like that, so it was really awkward when he's like asking me questions or like telling me I look pretty, and I'm like, thanks. Like I'm really awkward.
Totally.
But
that's an uncomfortable situation.
I haven't talked to him since then, so I think that definitely ruined our friendship.
Well, what can you do? Now you have like a great boyfriend and you have other guy friends, so it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but that's always awkward when your guy friend like tells you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know what's so funny? Like, and I have nothing against it, but like a lot of people are in dating apps, and I feel like we've always been too young, and
you can now.
I can? Oh,
I
I'm
can't.
old enough.
And I
Well,
probably
I'm like obviously
won't.
don't need a dating app right now, or I don't want one.
It's just something else you can do,
Yeah, but I just like I'm trying to picture myself if I was single and I wanted to put myself out there. I just feel like I'd be so awkward on a dating app. Like I wouldn't know what photos to choose. I wouldn't know how to describe myself. I wouldn't know what to say.
So
how do you
scared.
flirt? I don't really know how to flirt.
I'd be so scared to go to dinner with a stranger or like go on a date with a stranger.
It's honestly a hazard. You guys should be aware.
I feel like I'd be so terrified to like put myself out there, especially like meeting new people, because you never know what they're actually like through like text message. Like,
that's true.
It's the same thing when you're like talking to your boyfriend or something and like you can't tell how they're acting.
That's why text is like bad sometimes, because it's hard to read someone over like a message.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's hard to. Yeah, I would be so terrified. I get scared like walking to my car by myself, so I definitely wouldn't be able to do that.
Same. And also, what if like, okay, have you ever like, okay, you know how people go on like dates for the first time? What if it's going badly? How do you leave? How do you like, do you do the thing where it's like, okay, like I feel like this is what would happen if I was going on a date with someone that I didn't know and I was meeting them for the first time and it wasn't going well. I feel like I'd do this beforehand. I'd ask you to like have a plan in place just in case. So like I'd text you and be like, "Hey, call me now," and be like, "There's an emergency," and then I'd have to go. Be like, "Oh my gosh, my sister, her toe got chopped off."
Okay, what?
I don't know.
I'm really good at making excuses, so I think I'd be okay.
Really?
Like, oh, I can get out of any situation. Like, even like that. I wish they could see me, but I'm doing quotation marks because it wasn't a date. But like
that weird hangout.
Like I was like, oh, I'm so exhausted. I don't feel that well. Like, can you just drop me off? Like, I need to go to sleep. And then I went home and hung out with my friends. So like, I can get my way out of it.
Make it work. You're a little actress.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, but yeah.
When's like the perfect time to like meet the parents in terms of dating?
I don't know. I always get so scared when it comes down to that.
I know. It's different when it's like you're older, because like when you're older and the motive is like, okay, we're gonna be together, we're gonna get married, then it's like meeting the parents is like, okay, this is like gonna become
right
a thing. Like,
I think I get more scared for my mom to meet my boyfriends than for me to meet the parents.
Yeah, definitely. You are scared for your boyfriend to meet your family.
Yes.
Yeah. What about me? Do you get scared like when you introduced your boyfriends to me?
No. Well, no. I knew you'd hate all of them except my recent one. Like
I
my
actually
recent one,
chose
my
your
one right
recent
now.
one.
My recent one,
Oh,
my boyfriend right now.
Your boyfriend right now.
No, I just like, I don't know. They've all been pretty sucky, so it's like kind of like scary bringing them home.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I remember when, like, because obviously Eddie and I were friends for a really long time, and then like we started hanging when we like started kind of dating. We started hanging out all the time, and like he would just come over, and our mom just thought it was like, you know, he was just one of my guy friends just hanging out. And then one day we like came back from inside the pool, and mom was like, I didn't know that you guys were more than friends. And I was like, what? She's like, I saw you kissing in the pool. And I was like, sorry.
Yeah,
She's like, no, it's fine. Like it was fine. And then she ended up like being completely fine. Like she didn't care. She loves Eddie. But it was just,
of course. I'm sure it's definitely weird having like.
But also I'm like, Mom, why are you spying on me?
She always is, but not in like a bad way. She just wants to be she wants to hang out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like I was so nervous to meet Eddie's parents. Like literally, I remember the first time I met his parents, I was so awkward. Like I was so quiet and just like weird. And like I remember I met his mom, and then we like walked out, and Eddie was like, "Are you okay? Why? Well, like what happened?" I was like, "What do you mean? Like everything's great." And he's like, "You seem like really nervous." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You were so like not yourself just then. You were just so like quiet and timid and like scared."
They're the sweetest people
They're
ever.
the sweetest people ever. But I just was like, you know, it's scary. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It is kind of a weird situation. You don't know how they're gonna like. They don't know if you'll. It's more like I hope they don't think I'm. Like I hope they think I'm good for their son. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, I never really think. I just like try to be myself, and if they don't like me, then
I mean that's their problem.
then
But
then I can't really do anything about it. But yeah.
I mean, what can you do? We're so young. Like we have to just be ourselves. Of course, we'll always be yourselves no matter what age you are.
Should your date pick you up at your house or meet you there? Probably pick you up, I would think.
Yeah, well, I would love that if my boyfriend could drive.
Oh my god,
I have to
forgot
drive
he
him
literally
everywhere.
can't drive. Yeah, I've always been so young, so like that's never been a thing. For like my.
But now Dakota
he-
picks you up.
Well, like he's always at my house.
Yeah.
So, and he also lived in a different state for the first like few months.
Oh yeah.
So
totally.
it was more like
let's
who's
say-
gonna travel to who?
Right. But same.
Yeah, you're right.
But realistically, like if you didn't have a boyfriend right now, like and you were just dating, like would you want them to pick you up or meet there? Because I guess it just depends on like the circumstance.
If it's like a first time hanging out, probably meet there because so I can escape if it's bad, you know?
Mhm.
But if it's like
If you know the person,
we've been hanging out or like I know this person, it's going to be really fun, then like yeah, pick me up, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Or like yeah, I don't know.
Okay, this is a great one. How late is too late for your date to show up?
I'm always late, so I feel like I'd be the one that's late.
But like how late are we talking? Like
Oh, I'd probably be
5,
like 10 minutes
yeah,
late.
that's fine.
That's like the most.
I would say in LA you have a little bit of wiggle room because traffic here is ridiculous. Everyone's usually late. Like I'm an early bird. I always get everywhere on time, but I've started recently, like especially with driving on your own, you know,
Exactly.
you kind of like you have to like I said, you need to give some like wiggle room because
Yeah.
it's really hard to get everywhere on time in LA.
I think we talked about this before, but I literally just started driving, so I don't understand how long it takes to get anywhere.
And even if it says it's going to take like 20 minutes, it's probably usually going to take like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I don't understand that still. I don't know when I'm supposed to leave. I actually was perfectly on time today.
Yeah, you arrived at 1:30.
Which is crazy because I'm usually like late.
When you're going on a date, because this is like for me, I guess it depends the restaurant, but like do you feel like you have to wear heels? Do you feel like you have to dress up? I guess it's different because like we go on dates with our boyfriends, but if you're going on a date with someone like new, like
Not even that. I feel like it's about the restaurant. Like if we're going to our Catch, which is like a fancy restaurant, we're
Yeah.
obviously gonna dress up. But if you're going to like a burger joint, you're not gonna like
I meant like a fancy date.
a fancy date. Maybe not heels. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably a nice outfit.
Yeah. I definitely like, I think especially with our generation as well, I know we play into that a lot, but I feel like it's just like so many boundaries have been like broken, which is so cool. I feel like now, especially like even with like just being fluid with like gender or style or sexuality, like I think it's so cool because I feel like now it's more widely accepted for like people to play into like their masculine side or their feminine side, and that helps a lot with like your fashion choices.
For sure.
So I just feel like for me, like I feel like because when we grow up, when we were growing up, we were very heavily like, you know, obviously competition dancers, very like rhinestones, glitter, very pink, very like glitzy and girly. And now, like right now, we like, I feel like are dressing more masculine, like at the moment, like we're wearing like big jackets and like, I don't know, just like oversized things. I feel like it's cool that you can kind of like play into that on a date, especially. And I feel like that makes the guy think you're cooler anyway.
True.
Because it's like, oh, she doesn't care. She just like wants to wear what makes her feel good. I feel like that should be like what their mindset is.
100%. Would you ever go on a double date with Eddie's parents?
What? That's so random. Yeah, we definitely have done that before.
It's not random. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I feel like, well, a lot of the times, like, we'll go over to their apartment and we'll all eat, like, they'll cook dinner and we all eat it together, or they'll come over and cook for us at our place.
That's nice.
But, like, yeah, definitely. I think that's really cute and fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to go on more double dates more, like us with our boyfriends. I feel like we don't do that.
We just go to the beach.
I know, but I feel like we should go to, like, a nice dinner and do that, even though, like,
I know, we should go.
I feel like it's more like our boyfriends just don't really love, like, I feel like they would rather do something like more active where we could sit down and like eat dinner and do our thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was so funny. Last week we went to dinner with one of our friends and Eddie just like came with us for girls' night.
Oh yeah.
Which is always so fun, I feel like.
He's like one of the girls.
Oh, 100%. Like, and you could definitely be one of the boys too. Like, yeah. I feel like that's what's...
Well, usually... I'm actually happy he was in that situation because usually when I'm hanging out with him and his friends, I'm the only girl there.
Oh, same. That's how it always is with me too.
Which I don't mind. I'm like fine with that. But
you don't you feel like you kind of third wheel just a little bit?
Oh, of course. Are you kidding? Yeah. Like he's like cuddling his friends more than me when we're...
That's exactly how I feel together.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, we should definitely go on a double date.
I feel like
we
should book that.
Have we even done that at all? I don't think we have.
Have we not? We should do that.
No, because on Valentine's Day we both
we
went at the same time. No.
Same
restaurant, but like
different
literally
times.
10 minutes after each other.
That's really funny.
Yeah,
well, we should do that. Let's book that. Maybe we could do it this week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, great. Well, guys, we're so exhausted. I think we need to take a nap.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Thanks so much for taking 20 with us. If you had fun, please give us 5 stars.
You can follow us on Instagram at Take20Podcast.
Email us at take20@iheartradio.com.
Or you can call us at 844-4TAKE20.
See you next time.
Bye.
I hope you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that like button down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments below what else you would like to see. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.